No, I think okay. Thank you. Thank you for whoever that helped me make it. How to full screen? Okay. All right. So here, this meeting will be recorded for club internal usage and members improvement. So stay muted all the time unless it's your turn or being asked to. Turn on your webcam. We want to see your pretty / handsome faces and experience the Toastmasters meeting to the fullest. Prepare a glass of water. We will have toast ceremony hosted by Christopher. And also rename yourself to put as your role first, then your name. Then for members who are not in elite, please state your club name. Please don't record or screenshot. Respect privacy. And most importantly, sit back and relax and enjoy to our meeting. Now I would like to pass the floor to our president, Toastmaster Hasnu. Over to you.
Thank you. Thank you, our SAA for today's session, KJ Lee, for doing a great opening speech. Welcome, everyone. I'm glad and grateful for being here and attend for our meeting today. With the meeting theme is the will, not the skill. Thank you for taking time out and being here today in our Elite Toastmaster meeting number 158. My name is Hasnul. I'm Elite Toastmasters Club President for this term. For benefit of our guests, Elite Toastmaster Club was started on March 2014 with a club mission, building articulate and vibrant leaders. The club providing a safe and supporting environment, a place where members to practice and honing their communication and leadership skill. In return, members gain confidence in communications and building their leadership skills. So those are the club mission for our Elite Toastmaster Club and fellow Toastmasters and guests. I can see that we do have our members like Noel. For quite some time, we haven't seen her. I would like to call Noel to share with us some sort of impromptu session for you, Noel. What do you think about our meeting theme today? Is the will, not the skills?
Is the will not the skill? Well, this is actually remind me of my work quite a lot. I think, yeah, as you know, I haven't been crushing the elites has been quite some time, and recently my schedule have packed with all of the networking sessions, you know, with the business online. So it's actually very similar like what we are doing right now. But you know, like in one of the sessions, it just suddenly remind me of elites. You know, it's like it's almost the same, but I don't know why I actually miss elite. So they have something that the elite don't have. So probably is you guys, because of this. And yeah, one of the reasons that I've been like busy, you know, hopping on different networking session is like what you say, because now is actually I would say a difficult time. So everyone's trying to, you know, gather more resources, gather more network. And I would say slowly, I'm actually building up my skill to communicate with the different network around the world. So yeah, this is like make me realize that communications or actually leadership, you know, is actually a process of building the skill. And in order to gain the skill ongoing, we definitely need to uphold the will, because I have to say it is not an easy journey, but if there's a will, there's a way. This is what I believe in. And back to you, Hassan.
Thank you, Noah. Thank you for sharing with us. Yes, indeed, I totally agree with you. And can I have our next member, Charlene? Charlene, do you want to share with us what's your feedbacks regarding on our meeting theme today?
All right, so it's the view, not the skill. So based on my understanding is that no matter how good you are, sometimes if let's say you don't have the view, you can't success, because there's a lot of a guru out there that have the skill, okay, to teach, but the how to say the view of them passing down their knowledge is not there. Even though they have the skill, they will not be passing down all the things to their how to say apprentice. So there is some selfishness in them. So that's why sometimes even though you have the skill, you need to give wholeheartedly to people. You need to be sincere. So that's what I see is the view, not the skill. So sometimes no matter how skillful you are, you still need to have the view to share, because sharing is caring and knowledge is power. So it's not about the skill, it's about the view to share. Yeah, back to you, President.
Thank you, Charlene. And I like the way that Noel and Charlene cascade the message for our meeting team today. I would like to conclude that I totally agree with Noel and Charlene's message, where first we need to have our will and skill you can develop over the time. And this is where we have Elite Toastmaster program. The Toastmaster program is about where it provides an environment where members to learn a new skill and provide a space where members can experiment with the new skills that they have gathered throughout the Toastmaster programs. Thank you, Noel and Charlene, for sharing their feedback with us. And now, let's move on our spotlight to our guests. To all guests, do you mind to open your video? And I would like you to share with us, tell your name, how did you find Elite Toastmasters? What brings you to our meeting today, and what we could help you in order for you to gain benefit in our session today. Can I have our first guest, Annie? Hello, Annie. Okay, no mind. Let's move on to our next guest. Can I have?
Any just came in.
Her screen is turned on already. Yeah.
Okay. Hi, Annie. Do you mind to introduce yourself to everyone?
May I come later? I'm sorry. I will introduce myself later. It's okay?
Okay, can, no problem.
Thank you.
All right. Then let's move on to our next guest, Nazra.
Hello, my name is Nazra. Can you hear me?
Yes, loud and clear.
Yeah. I'm from Sri Lanka. I'm a member of the Hill Capital Toastmasters Club in Sri Lanka. But right now I'm doing my degree in Malaysia, and I wanted to continue my journey in Toastmasters, and I want to explore more options, which is why I was looking for other clubs that I could join in. And I found Elite Toastmasters, and yeah, hoping to have a good time.
Thank you, Nazra, for introducing yourself, and I'm glad that you continue your study in Malaysia and looking a place for you to continue your journey in Toastmasters. Thank you for being with us today. And let's move on to our next guest. Annie, do you want to, are you ready to share and introduce yourself?
Hello, sorry for that, I'm Annie. Yeah, it's not my first time joining the group. I think second or third time, I don't remember. Yeah, so I find it's a very interesting program. And I'm very looking forward to it. Okay, thank you.
Hasto, we can't hear you.
Oh, sorry, I'm muted.
Yeah.
Thank you, Annie, for taking step up and join our session today. And I'm glad that you'll be here with us today, and hopefully it will be benefit and fruitful to you. And now, without further ado, I would like to pass the control to our toast ceremony, our DTM Christopher John. Christopher?
Thank you very much, President Hasnu. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, fellow Toastmasters of Elite, and to all the guests of Elite Toastmasters. As you can see, today's theme is if there's a will. Sorry, the theme is about the skill, it's about the will, not the skills. Well, there's a famous saying goes that if there's a will, there's a way. And that's why all of us are always looking into what you can do and what you want to achieve, setting the goal, and then you move towards the goal. But at the end of the day, what does will stand for? What is will? It's like, will you marry me? Yes, I will. Will you be my girlfriend? Yes, I will. Will you be my boyfriend? Yes, I will. So what is all this will about? Well, to me, is that will is all about four things, I would say. Number one, W is the want. Do you really want it? How much you want it? That is the W. And then comes I, is the interest. How interested are you in that goal that you want to achieve? And followed by how long you are, L-O-N-G, how long you want it, how desperate you want it. And last but not least, the L is learn. Now, in order to achieve the goal, you have to learn new skills and new things in order to achieve your goals. During our university, our tertiary, we learn to do management from all those famous models and famous people that write about management. But do they write anything about COVID-19 and pandemic? No. So do you still use back all the old things and what you have learned to achieve new results? You can't. You have to divert, you have to convert, you have to change your business. You have to change the way you think. And that's why today it's not about competitive from your competitors. It's no longer competitive of products, but it's competitive of hashtag strategy planning. How strategy you are, how emerge, how diverse you are to stay ahead. So that is why today we are no longer talking about how your product is, how your service is. You can't. You have to talk about what you want to achieve and how you want to bring these achievements to your customers. So it is about the will that you learn the skills to become better. So to all my friends and fellow Toastmasters and guests, you have to change because tomorrow we are still at home. The day after tomorrow, we are still on lockdown. But you have to think of new ways because time and tide waits for no man. You still have to go against everything that you have to in order to achieve what you have set in your goal. Don't push away your goal, but set and focus on the goal. Just need to learn how to achieve it. With this, I would like to urge everybody to raise your glass and have a toast to everybody's goals and views. Cheers, everybody, to Toastmasters and to everybody for good health. Back to you.
Yes.
Cheers.
Thank
Back to
you,
you, Hasno.
Christopher. Thank you, Christopher. Thank you, Christopher, for delivering a lovely toast ceremony just now. I totally agree with what you are sharing with us is we need to change. We can't change other people. In order for us to be ahead, we need to change and equip with the new skills. Okay, now I would like to pass the control to our Toastmaster of the evening, DTM Diane. So now, Diane, you want to take the control and bring us to the next level? Diane?
Okay, thank you, Hasno, for that warm, welcoming introduction. Everyone give me a round of applause, please, or wave your hands, or do whatever it is, but let me see a reaction on the screen. Thank you, everyone. And welcome to another meeting at Toastmasters, Elite Toastmasters. Welcome to the guests. Thank you for coming to our meeting. Lovely to have another Toastmaster visitor visiting our club, just to also we get to experience possibly some ideas as well from here. So thank you so much for both of them for attending. And now let us get started with our meeting. Is everyone ready? Woo! I feel like I'm the only one in the room here saying I'm ready. I wonder why. So as you can see, today's theme is it's the will, not the skill. It's the will, not the skill. I have to admit, I had to repeat it a few times before I wanted to say it, and then it came out differently once more. It's the will, not the skill, everyone. So as you can see today, one of the easiest examples I can give you, it's the will, not the skill. Look at what Rachel has done for us and what we're all doing to support her in what she has done. So thank you so much, Rachel, for creating these backgrounds here that we have specifically for Elite Toastmasters. It's lovely. And from her, it came from her will, her passion, and so much more from her. So thank you on that from Rachel. So everyone, please enjoy the background that you have. And for all of you out there, as always, in a Toastmaster meeting, this is where we learn and grow. And for the benefit of the guests, how the meeting is run is it will be divided into 3 sessions. So we have first the table topic session. Second, we have got the speech session. And third, we have got evaluation session. So before we begin the table topics session, I'd first like to actually welcome a few leaders tonight who will be listening intently and providing us a report at the end. So first, I'd like to welcome our grammarian for the evening to tell us what she's going to do. Please welcome Rachel.
Thank you, Ms. Toastmaster of the evening. As a grammarian, I'm responsible for introducing the word of the day. And today's word of the day is corroborate. The meaning is to support with evidence or authority, or to make more certain. An example usage is Van's co-worker, Omelette, can corroborate the fact that she was at work all day. Or perhaps something that is more familiar to all of us, I prayed my sibling would corroborate the white lie I told to my parents. I will record those participants who properly use the word of the day. Could I now get everyone to unmute your mics to repeat after me the word of the day? Let's go. 1, 2, 3.
Corroborate.
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 Okay, very good.
And provoke.
So I will record those participants who properly use the word of the day. And furthermore, I will also comment on the use of the English language throughout the course of our meeting, including any outstanding use of the English language. I'm also watching out for the 7 sins of grammar, which include using double negatives, double comparisons, such as more, smarter, extra words, incorrect verb tense, confused adjectives and adverbs, and inappropriate pronoun and pronoun use and disagreement of subject and verb. With that, I would like to pass it back to the Toastmasters of the evening, Ms. Diane.
Thank you, Rachel, for that lovely introduction, and she'll be listening. So everyone, today's word is corroborate. And if you don't feel like saying it, you can type it. Let's give Rachel more work to do. So type that word out so that she'll count as many times how many of us use the word of the day. And I can corroborate that whenever I go to the brew house, KJ will ensure that Chen Chun will drink with him. And this is corroborate. I would definitely corroborate on that. I hope that is a perfect example there that I can use. And just for the rest of the members out there, when it came to Ven's sentence about omelette, if any of you are wondering why such a name omelette, it's because she's got a dog named Omelette, which she will bring on screen eventually. Is it a she or he? I forgot already, but it's a little bit shy at this point in time. So, but yes, let us move on to that. And now let's move on to the person who will be checking our ahs and whatever else that we fill in for our words. The counter, can I please have Chen Chun? Let's have Chen Chun, DTM Chen Chun, please. We can't hear you, Chen Chun. No, still can't hear you. I can read your mouth though. Yeah. I can read your mouth. Okay, never mind. We'll go on to the next listening role first, and then we'll come back to Chen Chun. If you're looking for him, his screen has got So that is one of the ways to take note of that. And let's move on to our timer of the evening. Mr. Rolex, please welcome Justin.
Thank you, Toastmaster Diane. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, as timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speech, evaluation, and I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green card on my screen. The green card and the yellow card and the red card. For example, for the assignment speaker should be given 5 to 7 minutes. I will show the green card in 5 minutes, yellow card at the 6 minutes, and the red card at 7 minutes. Thank you, and back to you, Toastmaster Diane.
Thank you for that, Justin. Just like the concept of the traffic light. So for everyone, when it comes to red, please stop. It does not mean continue and go. All right. And now, Chen Chun, how's your mic? Would you like to try it out?
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can. Please welcome Chen Chun.
Thank you very much. So as mentioned by Diane, my role as R counter, or currently is RRR. My role as an R counter is to really sit in and observe the overall use of speech crutch for each speakers as well as role players. So one challenge that I'm giving myself for this particular meeting is, at the same time, I would also like to observe some of the key habits for each of the speaker in using pause fillers in their speeches. So I will present my findings and observation at the end of the meeting, and looking forward to a great meeting ahead. Back to you, Diane.
Thank you, Chen Chun, and we look forward to your report at the end. And now let us move ahead with the topic session. So if everyone's ready, can I get a woo woo, or just a reaction, play with your emoticons or whatever. If not, type corroborate in the chat group. Maybe just give me 3 corroborates and then I will begin the table topics session. Can I get 3 corroborates? Type in the chat, corroborate. I need evidence that you are doing it. That is the corroboration that I'm looking for. Corroborate. Okay, fantastic. Got plenty of corroborations here. And now let us move on to our table topic master who is doing it for the first time. Please welcome Kim Leong.
Thank you, Diane. Table Topics is a session that enables members to develop the skills of impromptu speaking. It also helps to train members to quickly organize and express their thoughts. We can also think of the table topic speech as a mini speech with an opening, body, and a conclusion. This session provides a speaking opportunity for any member who is not on duty, and guests are also welcome to participate in this session. In this session, I will use a wheel to pick the topic for the volunteer. I'll share my screen. So I will click on this wheel to pick the topic for the selected members or guests. Okay, now let's invite the timer to introduce the timing for this session.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Kim Leong. So for this session, you are given 2 minutes. So the first minutes, I'll give you the green light. When you reach 1 minute and 30 seconds, will be yellow lights, and 2 minutes will be the red light. And I'll show the timeout. 2 minutes and 30 seconds is your final time. Over to you, Kim Leong.
Thank you, Justin. Without further ado, let us start the session. Anyone wants to volunteer?
Vance raised her hand.
Sorry, I can't see.
Vance raised her hand.
Here, I'm
Okay.
here.
Yeah, okay. So I'll click spin. Okay, so your topic. Your topic is where there's a way, where there's a will, there's a way. Vance, where there's a will, there's a way. Over to you.
Thank you, Kim Leong, for the topic. What's the topic again? If that's the will, that's the way, right? Okay.
Yes.
Everyone have a different will, and I believe everyone have a different purpose in this universe. So, but in a good way, the will have to be with a good intention instead the will with a bad intention. In the society nowadays, a lot of people looking for a materialistic good and many kind of fortune, but another way around, that's much more bigger purpose. We are all here to bring a better will to the society. Yes, back to you, Kim Leong.
Thank you, Vance. Anyone wants to try?
I see Taylor raising her hand.
Okay. Where is?
Oh, okay. Hello, can you hear me?
Okay. Yeah, I can hear you.
So I get to
will
pick
move.
a wheel, right?
Sorry?
You pick for
No,
me.
you get to pick. Yeah, I pick for you. So your question is, nothing is impossible when you have the right mindset. Taylor, nothing is impossible when you have the right mindset.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kim Leong. So nothing is impossible when you have the right mindset. This is basically what I'm doing every day because I'm doing nothing here in home during FMCO. So nothing is impossible. It's like what I did today. So it's actually possible. So come to the question again. Okay. The question. Okay. Okay, nothing is impossible if you have a right will. So what I will be doing this during FMCO, will be doing nothing at my house. And maybe every day I can wake up around 10 a.m. Then after that, I start to work. Then after work, I'll be doing nothing. Then that's what my will during this FMCO. And I have a mindset to do this until 14th of June. And will be doing nothing, even though doing nothing at home. But I think this FMCO will help you stay at home, building relationship with your family, spending quality time with them. In the meantime, in the outside, our doctor, nurses, all the front line will help to make Malaysia a better place. So doing nothing is actually nothing bad, but doing nothing at home actually help Malaysia in FMCO. So pass back to you, Toastmaster Kim Leong.
Thank you. Thank you, Taylor, for the speech. Next, Annie, would you like to try?
Cannot hear you, Kim Leong.
Yes,
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you.
Okay. So I remove question 1 and then I'll spin. Number 6. Do you agree that mindset is more important than skill set? Annie, do you agree that mindset is more important than skill set? The stage is
Thank you,
yours.
Toastmaster. Thank you. So we have to define what is mindset. So from my perspective, that mindset is something that grows in you. It can become from your personal experience. It can become from other people's experience. That's how you see things from a perspective. So a skill set is something that you been purposely learned or from the school or from a teacher in the university, they build up a competency with certain skills. So how we connect mindset and skill sets, and is mindset is more important than skill sets? From my personal perspective, yes, the mindset is more important than skill set, and this notion is corroborated. That's because what we have learned from our past experience, it can continue give us a very powerful a will to do something. So for example, from my experience, in the business industry, so when I failed to invite a very important speaker to give a talk in our event, and I was frustrated. And then with a positive mindset, I think that I have this can-do attitude, and this is my mindset. Therefore, when with this positive mindset, I set up that, yes, there is a way, there is a will, and there is a way. So I found another replacement speaker to give a very successful talk for the event. And then, yes, we should not be frustrated when we have something, some hurdle in a way that you perform or pursue in the journey to success, to get success or achievement. So I do think that mindset is more important than skill sets, because the notion is corroborated. It is the will
not the skill. Back to you, Toastmaster.
Thank you, Annie. Justin, do we have more time for the next speaker?
Kim Leong, give Nazra a chance because she's actually put her hand up for. Yeah.
Okay. So I remove question 6. Nazra, your question is, does willpower equals to success? Does willpower equal to success? Nazra, the stage is yours.
First of all, I would like to thank you for the opportunity. Does willpower equals to success? Well, based on what I've seen and learned, willpower eventually does lead to success. But success is subjective. Every person has their own ideas of success. For example, my father wanted to do engineering, so he started studying in maths, but then he could not pass the exams and then he stopped doing it. And then he went on to become a businessman and he attained great levels of success. Now, at 18, if you had asked my father, is being a businessman a successful thing? He would have surely said no, because what he wanted was to be an engineer. But somehow he persevered, he worked hard, and he made up his mind that he would achieve something which eventually made him successful in different terms than what he actually wanted. But yeah, it does. Willpower does end up in success. And I do agree with the fact that willpower sometimes brings you success that you're not happy with or what you're not pictured in the first place. But at the end of the day, you're successful after all. Thank you, and back to you.
Thank you, Nazra. Justin, do we have more time for the 1 or 2 more speakers?
No, Kim Leong, just enough.
Okay. Thank you for all the volunteers who volunteer for this session. Now I'll pass my control to the table topics evaluator.
Actually, Kim Leong, to pass back to Toastmaster of the evening.
Oh, sorry.
Thank you, all good. Thank you, Kim Leong. Give me a round of applause, please. We had a fun fair of questions where questions is the will, not the skill. So let's all take a chill pill. Oh man, I'm gonna rhyme something out of this. Just give me some time on that. And with that, I like us to take the time to please vote for the 4 table topic speakers who have stepped up tonight: Vance, Taylor, Nazra, and Annie. So please vote. Three more seconds. All right, let's move on to the evaluation where this person has been listening intently to provide her evaluation. Please welcome Vanessa.
Hi, everyone. My name is Vanessa, and I will be the table topic master for tonight. So, Kim Leong, you have given a series of questions which I think is very thought-provoking and is very relatable to the team. And I admire all the volunteer impromptu speaker who is able to give your own thoughts in such a short span of time. Claps, I think you guys do well on that. So our first comments on the first speaker, Vance, where there's a will, there's a way. So Vance, I really admire the way you started your speech you first started with the speech by saying that everyone would have a different view and different purpose in life. So I thought that's a very good way of opening up your speech. Then you move on to say that people would have good intentions and bad intentions in life, and you will have to figure that out. I think that's very relatable to the table topic today. One thing I would recommend you to do would be to work on your eye contact, because I realized when you're giving your speech, your eyes kind of move around. So be confident and look at the camera and go on with your speech. So I'll move on to the second speaker, who is Taylor Yap. Nothing is impossible when you have the right mindset. So I admire the fact that Taylor has given examples for us to say what's the benefits of staying at home. And the creativity that she has to say is that doing nothing at home is actually a good thing, because in a way discourage us from going out without any necessary purposes. One thing that I would like Taylor to improve on is to maybe give us more examples on why, or give us more why doing nothing at home during this FNCO period is actually beneficial to us. I'll then move on to the third speaker, Amy. Amy, I really like the way you present and started your speech. You first define in your own terms, what do you mean by mindset? And you go on to say that how to connect a mindset with skill sets. And then you go on to give examples. Why is it important to have the mindsets? Then you went on to agree with the questions that you have been posed, which in a way you agree that mindsets is actually more important than skill sets. One thing that I would recommend you to work on is maybe on your structures. So you can structure your thoughts before you speak. Okay, so I'll move on to the fourth speaker, Nazra. I really enjoyed Nazra's speech today, because she actually gave a very relevant examples to the topic, and how her father was initially wanted to become an engineer, but then went on and became a very successful businessman. I think the example is very relevant and good. So one thing I think you can work on is maybe on the structure as well, structure of a speech, on how you want to deliver your ideas to the audience. So that's my evaluations for today. So thank you so much for all the impromptu speaker tonight, and all the best. Back to you, Madam Diane.
Thank you, Vanessa. Round of applause, please, or round of reactions, whatever you feel like. And now we have come to our group photo session before we take a really short break. So can our SAA please guide us on how he would like us to pose, or
Okay,
like
just pose however you feel comfortable. Can I have Kim Leong and Aruna to turn on your video? Joanna, hello. We shall take a group photo. All right. Ready? 1, 2, 3. One more. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Okay, let me check first. Yep, all good. Thank you very much. The photo looks good.
Thank you. And let us have a 2-minute break. Yeah, maybe about 2 minutes or 3 minutes. Okay, I'll give you guys 3 minutes, because I think biological break takes about 3 minutes. All right, see you guys here back at 8:48. See you. Well done, Kim Leong. Is this the first time you're doing Table Topic Master? Sorry, or is it the second time? I forgot.
This is my first time actually.
First time, fantastic, fantastic. Good stuff, good stuff. Nice to see you. I like the wheel.
Actually, I was thinking of using the normal way, and then after
Uh-huh.
that, I thought of using something special or something
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. It was good. You know, get everyone up and then you pick the question. They can't pick the number. So it saves you time actually. You managed to have
Because
4
sometimes
speakers.
sometimes people hesitate and decide,
Yeah.
and then this
That's
will
true.
help to speed up the session, and then more people get to speak.
Okay. Thanks for that.
Yeah, maybe next time I will add the sound effect to the view.
You can try that. Yeah. It
Suan
is colorful
suggested.
already. Okay. Yeah.
Hey, West Minion.
He can't make it. I think he attended another session, some talk or something. Yeah, he signed up and then.
Okay.
Sorry.
Do you guys hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, I
Yep.
can hear you, Mark.
Can.
Okay. I just wanted to say congrats to the new EXCO team.
Thanks, Mark. We heard birthday song.
Whose birthday?
Oh, my son. Actually, I'm in my bedroom right now. So my son is now watching YouTube. Okay, so he's watching Happy Birthday song. So I suppose that's why you're listening to it, and then he's happily listening to it. You know, that's what toddlers do. They like YouTube.
Okay. Thanks, Mark.
Right, ladies and gentlemen,
in time.
let's proceed with our meeting. Remember, as how we started just now, it's highly recommended to turn on your video and maintain mute all the time unless being called. Right, and I shall hand the control to our Toastmaster of the evening, distinguished Toastmaster, Diane Law.
Thank you, KJ. Thank you. Welcome back, everyone. I hope everyone has had a good break, a nice short break. Let's move on to the second session, the prepared speeches. And the speakers here tonight have spent time to prepare these wonderful speeches that they would like to share with all of you tonight. And clearly, this is a demonstration. It's the will, not the skill, when they step up here to share their message with you. And our first speaker for the night is Aruna. And Aruna will be delivering her second icebreaker from her second path tonight. Well done, Aruna. And her evaluator for tonight is KJ. KJ, would you like to read out the purpose statement, please?
Thank you, Madam TME. The purpose of this project is for the member to introduce herself to the club and learn the basic structure of a public speech. Aruna, you have 4 to 6 minutes. Over to you, Diane.
Thank you, KJ. Please welcome Aruna Katigayan, the best teacher. The best teacher, Aruna Katigayan.
Thank you, Madam Chairperson. Fellow Toastmasters and guests, how many of you have actually enjoyed your school experience? Can I see a show of hands? Not many response. Justin, thank you very much. I saw both hands up. That's great. Now, this speech is not about school experience, but it's just a little bit of an icebreaker to get some response from all of you. Thank you. Before I start my speech, my name is Aruna. I am currently working in Hospital Sungai Buloh, and this is my second icebreaker speech as what Madam Chairperson has said, Madam TME. Why have I embarked on a second icebreaker speech when I haven't even completed my first part? Well, there are a few reasons. I'm telling this for the purpose of my evaluator, KJ Lee. First and foremost, I missed all of you in Elite Toastmasters. If you all know, I have absconded for a while and I was breathing COVID-filled air. So now I'm back. And the next reason is I have been waiting to do dynamic leadership since I joined the Elite family. So here I am embarking on a new path. And lastly, I have had no time to figure out what to do for level 5 presentation mastery. So here is buying some time. Fine. All my cards are laid out on the table. Now we shall proceed. Fellow Toastmasters, what is education? YB Yeats said it best. Education is not only about the filling of a pot, but the lighting of a fire. AK Trenfer says, the best teachers point you in the right direction, but they do not tell you what exactly you need to see. That's the skill that you need to figure out on your own. Fellow Toastmasters, back to the question. How many of you enjoyed your school experience? Well, I can't speak for everyone. I can only speak for myself. I enjoyed my school experience. I had wonderful teachers. Some were a bit eccentric, but that's for another speech. I enjoyed my curricular and extracurricular activities, and I have faithful and loyal friends who are still my friends up to today. However, I didn't just enjoy the traditional schooling method. I also learned from another set of teachers who were quite unexpected. You see, fellow Toastmasters, I grew up in Ipoh, Perak. I went to SMK Convent Ipoh, which is an all-girls school. The previous name was Convent of the Holy Infant Jesus. This school was established in 1907 and it's currently 114 years old. What's so special about that, you might ask? Well, let me tell you. When I started school, we still had a fully functioning chapel in our school. Yes, and this was run by the original British school teachers who were nuns. They were here for missionary service. They actually decided to stay in the school compounds and carry out their chapel duties. Pretty impressive. They would glide slowly amongst us, patient, perseverant, always observing, always silent. They were in their full habit, and some of them were actually in pinafores, which were white in color all the way up to their knees. Fellow Toastmasters, why am I telling you this? Okay, let me stop right here. One of the purposes of doing dynamic leadership is to learn about the supportive leadership style. The nuns actually taught me this. They have affected me so much that I remember their presence up to today. Why and how did they do that? You see, fellow Toastmasters, the nuns always opened their arms to us. They allowed us to come to them for counseling, comfort, care, confession. They always listened without judgment, but they never gave us an opinion unless we asked specifically for it. This is an important skill called active listening with empathy and compassion. For the new Toastmasters, this is a skill that you will learn and I hope that you will take it on as an elective before you complete your level 3 in any of your pathways. What is so important about active listening? This skill enables you to empower another person to talk to you and give them the ability, and you have the ability to listen and hear and compute what they have to say before you give them constructive feedback, if at all. It enables you to listen to someone with empathy and without judgment. This is an important skill for you to be an effective leader, an effective employee, an effective team player, and a wonderful friend. Fellow Toastmasters, now, who or what is the best teacher in life, apart from these nuns? Is it the nuns who are the best teachers? Is it my own teachers? Is it our friends? No, for me, the best teacher so far is life and life experiences. You see, fellow Toastmasters, at this age and time in our life, all of us have assumed two roles. One is the student, and now we are also assuming the role of a teacher. Therefore, as a teacher, it is important for us to be patient, perseverant, and practice active listening skills. Mustafa Kamal Atatürk says it very, very well. The best teachers are like candles. They consume themselves from the inside to light the way for others. Therefore, fellow Toastmasters, it is important for us to empower ourselves with knowledge and also the right skills to pass on the right information and education to the people around us. Fellow Toastmasters, be the light that you would like to see in others. With that, I'd like to end my speech. Thank you very much. Back to you, Madam Chairperson.
Thank you, Aruna. A round of applause, please. She definitely has shown us the beautiful light that she is. Thank you so much, Aruna. And certainly you have pointed and shared with us the best direction in understanding you a lot more. And certainly for anybody out there, if you like to go to Aruna, she would definitely provide counseling, care, and comfort. And if you like, you could go to KJ, he'll provide counseling, drinking, and karaoke. So there's something for you guys to take away from all of this as well. Our next speaker for the evening is Mark Kamshi, and he'll be doing his evaluation and feedback speech. Can I please get his evaluator, Taylor Yap, to read out his purpose statement?
Thank you, Toastmaster Diane. So, Mr. Mark, your speech today will be: the purpose of this project is for the member to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply the feedback to the second speech. The purpose for this speech is for the member to present a speech and receive feedback from our evaluator. Pass back to you, Toastmaster Diane.
Thank you, Taylor. And just for everyone to take note that Mark also will be sharing a video in his speech. So note to the evaluator. With that, please welcome Mark Kamshi. Create value, Mark Kamshi.
Dark times are upon us. It's tough for our businesses and people everywhere. How will we get through these times? We create value. The world is in turmoil because of the pandemic. We need to stay home to stay safe. No one is safe until everyone is safe. Businesses must stay closed. It is stressful to their finances. I know, as a leading business journalist, because businesses are about our livelihoods and lives. They reflect our dreams and ambitions. They face great challenges. The international business landscape is changing rapidly. Businesses need sales, mobility, talent, and creativity. Big data, cloud, cyber security, office automation, and visualization technologies are changing the business landscape. People expect businesses to meet environmental, social, and corporate governance standards. We must create value for the future. We must have English. As a master of English studies, I know that English is the international language of business. We use English to understand business ideas and communicate with other people. We use English when we conduct meetings, participate in discussions, give information, telephone others, correspond, and socialize. When we become great communicators and leaders, businesses prosper. As the Chief Judge of Star Property Awards 2016, leading a judging panel of distinguished industry leaders, I understand the effort needed for businesses to become primus inter pares, first among equals, the best of the best. A vision for a better world. A purpose for serving others. Values that make the world a better place. Values in the best products and services. It is difficult to create value for the future. However, one way to create value is for us to grow together. As a strategic thinker, I absorb and analyze information constantly to help my teams make better decisions. With so many issues shaping the way we live, learn, work, and play, I do my homework to provide you the information you need to succeed. This is about leading through teaching. I help you to realize your full potential by building your skills. My challenge is for you to be independent and true to yourself. In a one-to-one setting, when you are comfortable to a close working relationship, I can rely on my strengths to help you to build your skills. When your skills improve, you and your organization prosper. In conclusion, we will get through these challenging times when we create value for others. When we know our challenges, we can find our solutions. Mastering the international language of business can bring prosperity. Many leaders trust me to present the best in them. Why not you? That's it. Thank you so much. Back to
Thank you, Mark, for sharing the slides with us. Something different and still has a wonderful message to it, which is to show your strengths and learn a lot more from that. So thank you for that, Mark. Next, we move on to our third speaker of the night, Juliana, and she will be doing a speech as well from evaluation and feedback, and it's her first speech as well. Take note, evaluator, because this is the same purpose statement. I will not be asking the evaluator, Vance, to read out the purpose statement. With that, I'd like to welcome our third speaker, Juliana Philip, life partner. Life partner, Juliana Philip.
Hello, Madam Sneali Tayan. Hello, fellow Toastmasters and friends. Before I start, I'd like to ask all of you this question. Who is your life partner? Can anyone volunteer to answer this? I just need about 3 answers. KJ, who do you define as a life partner?
Life partner is great, and when you find one, when you see one, you know you'll find one.
Okay, how about Rachel? Who do you define as a life partner?
I think it's someone that you see yourself spending the rest of your life with. That's a life partner to me.
Okay, thank you. And Suwan, how about you? What do you define as a life partner?
If I have a wife, my wife, of course, because she's gonna spend the rest of her life hopefully with me.
Okay, great. That's good. No right or wrong answer, but perfect. Thank you all for your answers. So like Diane has introduced, I'm actually going to present my speech, which is an icebreaker as well on evaluation and feedback. And my topic today is on life partner. So let me just try to burst a little bit of your bubbles there, because what I'm going to share today is that your definition of life partner is all nice and well, but in reality, did you ever stop to think that actually your true life partner is your own body? That's right. Your physical body is actually with you from the time of birth until death, right? And your body goes through every single pain and pleasure that you subject yourself to. And once your body stops responding, no one is with you, right? And how you treat your body is your responsibility. So the more you care for your body, the more your body cares for you. And in fact, if you realize your body is actually the only permanent address where you live on while you're on Earth. Therefore, in this one chance of life on Earth, how do you actually treat your own physical body? What are your food choices? How do you keep fit? How do you deal with stress? How much rest do you actually give yourself? Your input into your body will determine the output in the form of health, good or otherwise. Either ways, your body can either be an asset or a liability. And you know what? The best part is the choice is in your own hands. And it's a responsibility no one else can share, because this is you, your own true partner. And if you're skipping lunch due to work overload or getting McD's every day, you cannot blame it on your colleague or bosses. It is something to ponder on your time management, prioritizing skill that you need to look at to make amends or improve, given that you actually prioritize your self-care above your work. If you would do anything at all for the person some of you named earlier as your life partner, potential spouse or friends, etc., or your other half, how much more then should you do for yourself now that you realize that you are your own life partner, right? Wouldn't you go the extra length the same way? Why won't we stop and reflect on this for a moment? Your friends, relatives, spouse, parents, teachers are people who meet us along this life journey that we are on, right? They enrich it. And even money comes and goes. But you, yourself, your physical self, you're always the permanent equation in your own journey. Have you ever thought of that, right? So let me break this here. Here are 5 ways that we can start taking care, or how do I define as our life partner self-care? First, make time to get fit, right? Exercise any way you prefer. It doesn't have to be running or gym exercise. It could be walking, dancing, aerobics, anything that makes you happy. Go for it. Secondly, do breathing exercises to strengthen your own lungs, right? Third, meditate, be still, and let your mind relax. Fourth, prepare or seek for yourself good food, good meals for your intestines. 5, good thoughts for your own soul, because eventually what would happen is in your run around the treadmill of life, you tend to overlook or forget the self-care to take care of your own self, right? So please practice self-care and self-love at every opportunity that you get, because you owe it to yourself to take care of yourself as the life partner. Remember, no one else can take care of your own body except for yourself. Sure, you can get a spouse who can take care of you, but no one really would understand the true you besides yourself, right? So remember, you are your true life partner. So spend time to dedicate, to nurture yourself to be the best you can be, so you can then provide the best step forward for the people around you who care for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Juliana, for that speech. Your true life partner. That was a very insightful speech that she gave. I certainly have to admit I am my true life partner, and certainly I would love to avoid pain and give myself more pleasure. In that sense, thank you all for that speech. Thank you, Juliana. Something to think about. And next we move on to our fourth speaker of the night, Ashu. And Ashu will be delivering a speech from his dynamic leadership evaluation and feedback as well, his first speech. So I will not be asking the evaluator to read out his purpose statement. I'd like to welcome Ashu. Finish it once you begin it. Finish it once you begin it, Ashu.
Thank you, Madam TME. Diane. So all of us start our new year with new promises, new year resolutions. But do we stick to it? Do we even remember after a few months what were our resolutions? So good evening, Madam TME Diane, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Today, I want to share how important it is to finish something once you begin it. Personally, I have learned that if you create a vision for yourself and stick to it, you can make amazing things happen in your life. I have experienced that if you create a clear vision for yourself, then it is your discipline and effort to maintain that vision. And that will make sure that everything goes pretty well in your life. I'm a strong believer in it's the will, not the skill. So let me share a couple of personal stories. I think I have shared with all of you, I used to be a sailor a few years ago. I started my career 11 years ago as a sailor, working on those huge oil and gas tankers as a navigating officer, traveling across the world. But in 2012, my ship was attacked by pirates in the Gulf of Aden, Somalian pirates. And I was the officer of watch, which means I was responsible for the safety and security of the entire ship and all the crew members of the ship. These commercial ships are not allowed to carry any firearms, and we do not have any kind of weapons to protect ourselves. At the same time, these pirates are highly skilled and equipped to climb any heights. Although our ship was very high and really huge one, but it was not difficult for the hijackers, the pirates, to hijack the ship if they climbed the ship once. So I had to take some emergency actions. On the ships, we have something called rocket parachute flares. So these rocket parachute flares are used generally for the case of distress. Okay, so these are flares which, if you fire in the sky, it goes up to 300 meters high and it emits orange smoke, which indicates that a ship is in distress. So I took one of these rocket parachute flares and I fired at the boats on which pirates were approaching. We had 4 boats approaching, pirates armed in 4 boats from all directions. So when I fired one rocket parachute flare, I assumed that it will discourage them and they will be scared off. But my assumption was wrong. And they started firing back as they were fully equipped with machine guns. So they started firing with bullets. It was a really difficult situation, but this is when I realized that now that I have started it, I have to finish it. So I immediately called 2 crew members to assist me and sent 23 crew members back to a safe zone. There is a particular safe zone on the ship where they went and locked themselves up from inside. And even in the worst case scenario, if the pirates board the ship and they hijack the ship, they will not be able to penetrate into that particular safe zone. So they were all safe. 3 of us used these rocket parachute flares and started firing the pirates' boats. The pirates were continuously firing back with their bullets, with their machine guns. And it was a bit difficult for them to aim towards it because we were positioned really high on the deck of ship. The cross firing continued for approximately 10 to 15 minutes. After that, one of our rocket flares went and hit directly one of the pirates. These rocket flares are not fatal in nature, but they are dangerous enough to create deep burns. That's when the pirates aborted chasing us and we got away safely. So that's when I felt that it's really important to finish it once you begin it. And that attitude saved 25 lives that day. I know this story is quite interesting and you would be curious to know more things, but I can discuss later on. I have another story to share, which is not so exciting, but still very relevant. So I started my schooling. When I started my schooling, I always had a dream of going to one of the world-class universities. But when I joined my profession as a sailor, everyone said that you are done because the sailor's life is really hectic and you won't get time to prepare well for these universities. Well, I managed to get some time and prepare for these exams. And I took the exam for the Masters at University of Oxford. But at my first attempt, I miserably failed. My marks in the exam were so low that I was totally disheartened and I gave up. I said, this is not my cup of tea. I'm just not capable enough to make and get into these large world-class universities. However, I met a mentor who guided me and motivated me, and I came back stronger. I prepared really well this time, and I defied all the odds by making to the University of Oxford in 2016. So the moral of the story is finish it once you begin it. I have started my journey of Elite Toastmasters for my communication skills development, and I'm going to finish it until I develop my communication skills. I see Mr. Timer Justin has switched on yellow light, so it's time for me to finish my speech today. Thank you everyone for your attention. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster of the evening time.
Thank you, Ashu, for that lovely speech. So if any of you out there are in distress, all you need to do is just purchase a flare and shoot it up right out there, and Ashu is going to come and save you, because once he begins something, he's got to finish it. And that, I think, for those of you out there thinking of your life partner, yourself, turn to Ashu for that help. Thank you so much for that lovely speech. All 4 speeches tonight were amazing, guys. Please give them a round of applause, or any reaction that you can think of from your reaction tab. Just give them some applause. It's fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed the speeches tonight. I've learned so much from all of them, have gotten to know them better, in fact. So thank you for that. And with that, I'd like us to move on to the general evaluations of the night, which will be handled by our general evaluator,
Madam,
Su
can you
Wan.
hear me?
So,
please call
Yes.
for the vote.
Oh, yes, please. Thank you for that, KJ. And yes, I have been taken away by all those speeches that I forgot to announce. Please vote for the best prepared speaker for the night. Five more seconds. And now let us move on to our general evaluator who will conduct the evaluation session, and to the guest that is the third session of the evening. Please welcome our general evaluator, Suwan.
Thank you, Diane. Let's give Diana something special. I call it a virtual high five. So virtual high five means put up both of your hands. Let's do so. Put up both of your hands and high five, Diane. Thank you very much. Some of you not very comfortable. It's okay. Let me repeat again. Put up both of your hands. Let's try left hand side first. Left, right. Good. Left, right.
Ashu, please take note. I'm not in distress.
Okay, so this is what I call a virtual high five. Yeah, thanks, Diane. And as a general evaluator, today I will bring everybody go through the third journey of Toastmasters meeting, which is the evaluations. In Elite Toastmasters Club, we are well known for our quality, sincere, supportive, positive evaluations. And in Elite Toastmasters, we have a saying, we have a hashtag. So help me type up in the chat box. We have a hashtag. What's the hashtag called? Hashtag we expect more. Yes, thank you. Yes, we expect more. I read a quote by Tony Robbins. He said that people's lives are a direct reflection of their peer group. So in Elite Toastmaster Club, we constantly increase our expectations because we want to increase our quality of life, right? Give me a thumbs up if you agree with that. Yes. So we expect more. So I will bring up all the evaluators for tonight. So first up will be KJ Lee. So let's give KJ a big virtual high five. KJ Lee will be evaluating Aruna. Over to you, KJ.
Thank you, General Evaluator. Aruna, the best teacher. I always enjoy how you speak with such confidence where you are able to prepare yourself. It's very important for each speaker to set up nicely and stand up and give the speech. You know, sitting down and standing up, the way of giving speech is very different because when you stand up, you feel it's more physical meeting type. Right, Aruna? Give me a thumb up if you feel my message. Yes. Right, today's your speech. You share your story and values. Corroborate with your own experience. Right, and that is how today I'm able to know more about you, a little bit more about you in this icebreaker speech. Now I'm going to evaluate based on your strength, then your point of improvement. Then I'll tell you to wrap up this whole thing. Right, first, I find you are a very confident speaker where you have great eye contact, body gestures, focus, all the practices that you have in your previous speech. You are able to present it all in this one point, in this whole speech. I can't find any problems of your presentation skills because everything is there. So that is really good from your part. And I notice whenever you move on your gestures, why I want to highlight this, especially your gestures, is because every time you move with a reason. All right, every gestures there is a reason, such as this, then different numbers and thinking and stuff. You don't just move like this. Like usually when I give speech, I always just move like this and nothing much. But you move with a reason, right? And with that, you are able to support your message and be more convincing to your audience. Number two, You use great examples. Like when you share a point, such as active listening, right? You say about to be a better teacher, to be better students, better colleagues, and more. And why is giving examples so important is because you are able to help the audience to remember your speech value. When you share a value in your speech, people might tend to forget, but when there is example, we will remember. Right. So next, I will move on to the points of improvements. First, I would like to challenge you to separate your message, break your paragraph. So what I mean is by saying, number one, what is your first message? After you complete your first message, number two, what is the second message you would like to deliver? And number three, with this, the help of breaking your paragraph, your audience are easier to follow your message face by face. Because there is a time that I feel that I kind of lost where is your topic, right? Because I noticed that you have few topics in your speech as well. Number two, to include more audience engagement. I noticed in your speech, you have been sharing a lot of stories and more towards yourself, your own example. But you are an experienced speaker and you should know how to utilize the audience engagement skill. Right? That is to help to pump up your speech. When sharing your pathway experience, try to include some of the audience name, right? Ask questions or guide your audience with reactions. Ask them to give a thumb up or agree with me if give me a clap or a smiley face, right? With all this, you are able to bring your speech more lively and more interactive. In conclusion, you did really well in presenting. I really like your presentation skills, right? Great you for example, and also to bring out your message, break your paragraph, and also include more in audience engagement. You did really well, and all the best to you to your next speech. Thank you.
Thank you, KJ. Let's give him a virtual high five. Yeah, KJ, yeah, KJ, yeah. Thanks, KJ. I will hold my evaluation on the evaluator later part for the benefits of the time. Next, I'll call up the next evaluator. Taylor Yap will be evaluating Mark. Taylor, over to you. You're muted.
Thank you, GE of tonight, Toastmasters who won. Okay, so tonight I will be evaluating our speaker number 2, Mark. So Mark, it was a very interesting story that Mark trying to share to us today, because it's embedding that his message about the importance of mastering in your English language, English learning, and how it's able to help us to how you're able to create value to us and achieve successful life. So what I like about Mark's video today is that the structure itself. So he started off with the video by showing us the most hot topic nowadays, the pandemic, and how pandemic impact to our life, especially to your business, especially to B2B business. And it straight away draw our attention in. Then Mark told us about how we learning English, added value, communicate and mastering English, added value to our daily life, and he also solving some of the problem. And I really like that Mark finally summarized everything together, and he also ended with a question. A question itself, the question is, why not you? So there was a very clear beginnings, middle, and the ending parts. So it was what he did was he made the speech, the video speech, very easy to follow by all of us. In the meantime, during the speech itself, the video speech itself, he also invite some of the part with how English is able to create value to you, like in your daily communication, even during your office meeting. Besides that, I also love that Mark's voice is loud and it was proud. It was striking, like what he's wearing today. The Chinese New Year outfit was loud. I can feel the from Mark, the outfit, and the voice itself. Beside that, Mark also giving a very comfortable structure, a comfortable gesture in the video itself. But what I love the most is the value that bringing inside the speech. That's the important title. That's about the importance of mastering your English language. That's the thing. That's the thing. I'll call it thing now. Everyone of us here, that's very concerned about. So it's very clear that Mark know his audience very well. For the point of improvement, I have 2 points. So the very first point will be from the video itself. Sometimes I see Mark is coming out and sometimes I don't see Mark. So I will be some confusion going on. My advice for Mark itself, maybe you can put yourself in the corner itself so we can get to see your handsome face all the while in the video. So it will catch less of our attention due to the coming out and coming in inside the video. Beside that, I would think that the speech itself giving a good pause, but the picture itself is in a long gap. So maybe shorten the gap and putting less picture inside the video. It will give us a very clear and it's also more captivating for us to follow your flow nicely. So, but overall, the video speech, first time ever in Elite, is a scintillating speech, and I'm shocked. And I'm proud to be the first ever evaluator for our first video speech in our Elite Toastmaster. So, Mark, I believe that tonight you inspire many of us to start their journey to learning English, just like what we did right now, and put in more effort and reach their destination. Pass back to you, our GE tonight, Toastmasters who won.
Thank you, Taylors. Thank you, Taylors. Let's give Taylors a very energetic high five. Which high five? Come on, let me see it. Yes, thank you, Taylor. And next, we have our third evaluator of today, Vance. Vance will be evaluating Juliana. Over to you, Vance.
Thank you, Suwan. Okay, before I evaluate Juliana, first I want to congratulate to you for your second speech. I can see so much improvement and a lot of excitement, nervous combined together in this speech. Okay, let's start with my evaluation. The strength that I see in your evaluation, the topic is life partner. Before you start the speech, you actually did ask questions to the audience, like KJ, Rachel, and Suwan. You asked that, what's your preference life partner? But until you finish ask the question, and you tell us, the life partner is our body. In that part, my mind was blown because it was over my expectation, because I thought you're gonna say about a story about your life partner, your boyfriend, your husband, your dog, or your cat. But that part is a very interesting twist point that I find in your speech. And keep going, it's very interesting. And the second part of your strength is your vocal variety. Your vocal variety was always in the high energy, always in the high tone, and I can feel the excitement that you want to share the message to all of us. And from the first from the last evaluation that the emotional and the eye contact you have to improve. And I can see you put a lot of effort on your eye contact and your emotion in your speech. Even though you look at your notes, but you constantly remind yourself to look at the camera. So for the parts Juliana can work on is, maybe Juliana, you can work on your rhythm. You know, your vocal and your voice is very nice, it's very sweet. When I listen to your speech, I feel like I'm listening to music. So, but the rhythm was too fast, you know, I can't catch it in some points, but the message is very good and very important. So if possible to slow down your rhythm so all of us can catch the message very clearly. Like, quality is more than quantity. So the next part, Juliana, can improve yourself in your speech to bring yourself to the next level, is engagement. Your engagement is very good. You ask questions in the starting before you start the topic. However, you may share your story based on your life partner topic. Maybe you can share your personal story related with the topic. Before that, I was like Juliana. I was talking a lot of information, fact and data, what should we do? But I realized I got a part that I never share my personal story. Until one time, I don't know where I find the courage. I share my personal story, and I find out the audience did actually get the message they are trying to tell them. It's like the topic today is the will, not the skill. The will of the life partner topic that you wanted to let us know to improve all of our life is the will. When that's the will, that's the way. And skill also very important, but yes, share your own personal story. So from there, it's part of the engagement. We all feel more connected. And from here, end of my evaluation. Keep it up, Juliana. Good job.
Thank you
Back
so
to
much,
you,
Vance.
Suwan.
Thank you, Vance. And the last evaluator, Jingman, please be mindful about the time. Jingman, over to you. You'll be evaluating Ashu.
Thank you, Suwan. Thanks, Asu, for sharing with us about your dangerous yet interesting story. Throughout your speech, I felt there are many strengths, and today I'm going to highlight 3. First, I like how you start your speech with a rhetorical question. You ask the question, how many of you fulfill your New Year resolution? And then you don't expect us to answer you, but you make us to think, do we fulfill our goal? Yeah, then you catch our attention. Second, I like how you structure your speech into 2 stories. First is your seller life, and second is how your friend like don't think you can finish your dream university life. And I realize your storytelling is a cause and effect kind of story. You will tell us if you don't do this kind of reaction, then maybe the ship 25 people of life will gone. Then you will get into a like a movie. Your trailer very good and your opening very good, and also your flow. I feel you very comfortable on your speech, and I don't feel the nervous on you compared to your first speech. And third, I think your time management very good, and you also when you saw Justin put the yellow light, then you will start to tell us, okay, now it's the yellow light. If you guys want to know more about my seller talk story, then we can discuss after that. Now we move to the second point. Then you start to tell the university story. And beside the strength, I felt you have one point of improvement, which is eye contact. I think maybe you too comfortable on telling us your story, then you're not so focused on the camera. So your eyes will like just tell a bedtime story, but it's a scary one. And in conclusion, you are a good speaker, and with the 3 strengths that I just now mentioned, and if you can work on the eye contact, I believe in future you can tell us more good movie. The movie is your life, yeah. And now we all cannot go to a movie. Then I looking forward for more of your speech. Thank you, and back to you, GE Suwan.
Thank you, Jingman. And hey, let's give Jingman a virtual high five. Come on, yes, yay, Jingman, thank you. Let's high five someone left of us. Yay! And let me turn on Gary. Yay! High five someone upper. Yay! Left. Yay! Good. And that's conclude our evaluations of tonight. And let's vote for our best evaluator. KJ, if you don't mind, can you pull up the polls and let's vote. All right. So we have, okay, our polling can stop now. Thanks, KJ. And let's put up our next technical evaluators. She will be evaluating our grammar. And she will be presenting the grammarian report. Over to you, Rachel Ling. Let's give her big virtual high five. Yay!
Thank you, Suwan. Let me just try to share my screen. I seem to be unable to share my screen. Can someone give me the access?
And actually, all participants can share, but it's okay. I'll make you co-host. Yeah, done. Try again.
Thanks, KJ. You can present the report first. I will share on behalf of you in a moment.
Okay, you have the report.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I think I'm okay now.
Yep, go ahead.
All right. Okay, so it was a real pleasure listening to all your lovely speeches today. And for today's grammarian report, I would like to call out some excellent use of the English language, as well as congratulate one person, KJ, who has used the word of the day, corroborate. So well done, KJ. And as well, I know the rest of you have also used the word of the day by mentioning it out during the initial introduction phase. So hopefully, we will continue to use this word of the day, corroborate. And now I'll go into some outstanding use of the English language. Do you mind scrolling down? Yeah. So a few things, few quotes that I found really, really inspiring and really good language of English. Firstly, by Aruna, education is not just about feeling the filling of a pail, but the lighting of a fire. I thought this was an excellent and really inspiring quote. Another one by her, the best teacher is life and life experiences. Another one, the best teachers are like candles. They consume themselves from the inside to light others. Wow. And another one also from Aruna, be the light that you would like to see in others. A few others, notable outstanding use of English from Mark Kamshi. Our businesses are our livelihood and life. One way to create value is for us to grow together, leading through teaching. And one new word which I've learned from Mark today is, so it's pronounced as, and Mark, correct me if I'm wrong, primus inter pares. Did I get it right? I hope I did. So this means first among equals, the senior or representative member of a group. And here I've pasted in an example of the word. The feudal king was the primus inter pares among his vassals. So excellent, excellent word here. I'm sure it's a new one for most of us, and definitely it is for me. Okay. Now I would like to go into the part where some of us, some of the things that we can improve on. So from the top, a few words which could use better pronunciation. The first one is success, which should be success. Second word, thought, should be thought. The third one, effort should be effort. Then the fourth one, nowadays, should be nowadays. Okay, and moving downwards to the better use of the sentence structure. The will to be with the good intention instead of the will with the bad intention could possibly be rephrased to the will needs to come from a place of good intention. Today, I will bring everybody go through could be better phrased as today, I will bring you through. This basically what I'm doing every day could be rephrased to this is pretty much what I do every day. Finish it once you begin it could be finish what you started. Your audience are easier to follow could be, oh, sorry, I think I didn't complete that. Sorry about the mistake. The next one, straight away draw our attention in could be immediately captured our attention. And lastly, I don't feel the nervous on you could be, you didn't seem nervous. So I think that is pretty much the grammarian report for today. Overall, I thought it was really, really good. A lot of interesting new phrases that I've learned today, and hopefully all of you have learned at least 2 new words today, corroborate and primus inter pares. Thank you, and back to you.
Let's give big hand or big virtual high five to Rachel. Yay! High five, high five, high five. Thanks, Rachel, for such a comprehensive grammarian report. And next, our counter. Can I call up our R counter Chen Chun, distinguished Toastmaster Chen Chun, for the R counter report? Over to you.
Thank you, Suwan. So as mentioned in the beginning of the meeting, I will try to identify some of the key habits that I've observed throughout the meeting. I think overall, for the meeting, the use of speech crutch is very minimal, but I noticed there are several patterns in some of our members here in this club. So I noticed there are people like KJ and Jingman where they tend to repeat a lot of the words at the end of their sentence. Like for instance, for KJ, he likes to use the word all right, right, all right. So he tend to have that repetition. Likewise for Jingman, whenever she starts to think, she also always repeat the final few words after her sentence to trigger thoughts to follow through in terms of what comes next. I've also noticed there are some good mentions, people like Vance, if you notice her when she used speech crutch, she managed her speech crutch by really speaking very slowly, ensuring that every word comes out clearly. And because of that, she doesn't put herself in a situation where she's nervous. So I noticed very minimal usage of speech crutch for her speech. And then there are people that I notice who tend to have speech crutch in the middle of the sentence. So I noticed this in Vanessa. So whenever Vanessa give a speech, she started off really well, and then in middle she will put a few ums and ahs and ums before completing her speech. So perhaps in future, to ensure that we manage that angle, we would like to think first before we say something, so that we are able to end our sentence inaccurate with a minimal usage of speech crutch. Special mention to Juliana as well. I noticed Juliana, she speaks very fast, but yet it was very controlled. I noticed there was a little bit of in between, but it's not so audible. So I thought that was really well done for Juliana. Diane, as always, she did have a bit of us, but throughout you could never hear, it's just a bit here and a bit there. Next, I also noticed that there are some members in the case of guest Annie as well as Taylor, they tend to have a habit where whenever they speak, towards the end of the speech, they try to add more things. So they will say and or then, and because of that, it creates a space where they start to and then they start to talk. So perhaps one tip that I can give to all the speakers and role players today is, in order for you to control your speech crutch, the best way is to slow down and always have a dedicated end point for your sentence. It's okay to put a full stop and go to the next sentence, because the more we end or then or so, that is the moment where we start to struggle in terms of our narrative, and then all this speech crutch will come out even more audibly. But to conclude my report, I would like to say that it is not wrong, or we should not penalize people for using too much speech crutch, but at the bare minimum, we all should be aware of all these habits that we have and find ways to solve them based on your own unique personality as well as your speaking style. So if you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. My time is up, and I'd like to hand back the control to Suwan to take control of the general evaluator. Suwan.
Thank you, distinguished Toastmaster Chen Jun. As usual, Chen Jun, okay, I will hold my evaluation later on. Next, go to timer. Our timer of tonight, Justin, to present the timer report.
Okay, 1 second. A lot of things to note down. Okay, can you guys see my report? Hello?
Not yet.
Hello? Oh,
okay.
Not yet.
Okay, now, yes.
Okay. Wait, let me zoom in first. Yeah, say I also got no time to time myself there. Can someone help? Okay. Good evening, everybody. So great news that today we start our meeting sharp 8 p.m. So kudos to everybody. But I have I noticed every virtual meeting, I noticed like most of the members not present, maybe like 30-40% are present. It will come like 5-10 minutes later. So to maintain our our quality and to change our lifestyle, our habits, right? Try to come the minutes like 5 minutes earlier before the meeting. So it's not nice to attend the meeting late. So, and then I got a few feedbacks. Maybe for KJ, maybe you can remind the people to prepare a glass of water. And I also noticed you having a hard time to share your screen. Maybe the connection not so good. Maybe you can share the screen like 1-2 minutes earlier before 8 o'clock. And then when comes for your table topic, right? I noticed you don't really fully utilize your time. You only manage to use only 1 minute, but your allowed time is 2 minutes. So maybe you can, before you deliver your speech, maybe you just give your time to think on how to structure your speech, then you can deliver your speech. And then Vanessa, you only use 4 minutes for your table topic. You still got extra 2 minutes. Maybe you can give more feedbacks to the table topic speakers lah. And then Aruna, okay, she's not here. Maybe I will feedback to her in WhatsApp. Okay. Mark, Juliana, everybody is on time. Ashu is the best one, 7 minutes, the best. So for all our general or for our table topic evaluated, everyone exceeding their times. So we can see KJ, I understand that my screen wasn't spotlight on his screen. So maybe perhaps in the future, if you've got double row or this thing, you can pin the timer, or you can ask someone else to be the Zoom master on the period of time to help you to spotlight the timer for you. And then Taylor, you exceed 2 minutes, and Vance also exceed 1 minute and 30 seconds, and Jingman, okay, not too bad, 30 minutes. And Grammarian and R counter, I'll say still on time. And I'm also not sure how long I talk. And back to you, Suwan. Thank you.
Thank you, Justin. Thank you. All right. So it's time for me to give a total evaluations of today's meeting. And I would like to do it a slightly different way. Before that, let's give a big virtual high five to Justin, the timer of this evening. Yay. Okay, it's a slightly different format of presenting general evaluation report. I will do it the reverse. Okay, I will start with timer and I will end with the SAA of this evening. So first up, our timer, Justin. Yes, Justin. Justin, don't worry about your time because you are the timer of the night. You must be very conscious, mindful about your time, and don't worry, be confident, just present your report. And I like how you give advice, not just present the timer, that how much time that people use. You also give a recommendation on top of that. That's very good. And Chen Jun is the definitions of hashtag we expect more. Instead of giving a common counter report, he go into the hyperactive listening mode. All right, he listened actively hyper tuning into everybody usage of all these crunches and report it in a very, very focused way. Means one takeaway point for everybody. That's very good. Thanks Chen Jun for that. Rachel, I believe it's her first time as grammarian. Rachel, are you? Yeah, let's give a big virtual high five. Thank you, Rachel. Yay, first time. And Rachel is excellent to have a comprehensive grammarian report. But my suggestion for you to bring it to the next level is, what is your focus point as a grammarian or that meeting? It's good to present everything, but at the end, just slot in some conclusion, some takeaway. Are we focused on pronunciation? Are we focused on word of the day? Or are we focused on beautiful words or phrases? Yeah. And next, let's go into the evaluator. I will start with the last evaluator first, Jingman. I think Jingman has improved tremendously as an evaluator. From last time, how she don't know what she's talking about. So at the end, she will come to me, it's like, Suwan, what did I say just now? But to this level of Jingman, where she gave a total control of the evaluations, what's the point, 3 point, and she even started off PI, what's the point, what's the example, and what's the implication. So to bring you to the next level, Jingman, I would like you to feel more about the speech. So Ashu's speech was about pirates and his encounter of it. What does it bring to your own life? Do you have that kind of experience? And what did you feel? How that trigger your inner feeling? And I want you to use that feeling to bring out, I believe that will bring your evaluations to the next level, right? Thanks, Jingman. And next, Vance. I think Vance has improved tremendously as well from last time Vance giving evaluation to today Vance. Let's give her level 20 of virtual high five. Let's go, level 20. Let's go, let's go. Yeah, thanks, Vance. And that's a testament of Elite Toastmaster Cup. We expect more of you every day. In terms of improvement, Vance, I would say one, to have more variety of words and sentences. Instead of just saying, however, you can use a different way of saying it. You can say, if I may, to challenge you, or you can use a different way of saying instead of to replace those common words. It can be to bring you to the next level, to challenge you for your next speech, yeah, the variety of the words. And Taylor, where are you, Taylor? Yeah, Taylor. As usual, Taylor, very high energetic, very impactful, very focus driven. And Taylor gave 4 points. The moment she go into the third point is already 3 minutes, or 2 points is already 3 minutes. Yeah. So I will need to be mindful about the time. And how do you do that is to be more economical of your words. And also you can just focus on two good point, one improvement, or one good point. You don't have to worry about points. As an evaluator, I understand, 5 points, 10 points of good, right? Just sometimes it's just 1 point, but you go deep into that point, the what, the how, and the why, the PI, the point, the example, and the implications. If you just go to 1 point, the impact can be much more greater. And KJ, where's KJ? KJ. All right, KJ. Okay, let's notice KJ evaluations of today. If you notice, he's very good in he's masterful in using pauses. When he gives his first point, he say the word with impact, and then he pause, and then he breathe. And then he go to point number 2. So that's the thing that we can learn from KJ. The point, the pauses, and he able to corroborate, I hope I said right, corroborate the whole evaluations by giving those facts, how the evaluator do, and what's the implications, and how does he feel about that. That is very, very good of a very whole and very comprehensive, very impactful of evaluations. To bring you to the next level, KJ, I thought of one thing. I invented this word. It's called sameness, or you can call it boring, which means sometimes you have to replace some of the word that you use often. In conclusion, okay, everybody know what that means, in conclusions. So try to replace with something else. Let's wrap it up. The 1 point that I want you to bring back, or just replace anything rather than say in conclusion. Yi always use all in all. Okay, that's boring, that's sameness. Try to avoid that, and that can bring your evaluation to the next level. Okay, and let's go to the beginning of the meeting today. We have Vanessa as our table topic evaluator. As always, cheerful. And whenever she starts to speak, you can feel that revitalizing voice from her. It's like, okay, focus. Somebody is speaking. That's Vanessa. And Vanessa, in terms of your evaluation to the table topic speaker, are you the first time? Not right? First time? No, right. There's few time already. And because as a table topic evaluator, there's few table topic speaker that you have to evaluate, and each of it represent different style, different speaking way. And perhaps you can focus on one bucket for one speaker. Bucket means the evaluation bucket. So one bucket for one speaker. And also to let the table topic speaker know what are you focused on. Okay, I'm going to focus on your body language. I will focus on your delivery. I will focus on your content, and let them bring back one things for improvement for the next speech. And Kim Leong, good job, Kim Leong, first time. Let's give him a big virtual high five. I know I'm on red. Give me 1 more minute. Sorry, timer. Kim Leong, kudos. You use slide. I like it. I love how you use two software, Excel and I don't know what's that, Fortune of View together at the same time. And it's tough, but kudos for your efforts. And to bring your table topic master to the next level, remember, it's the will, not the skill. The skill is not important. If you have the will, you can acquire the skill. So the mindset is, this is my show. This is my table topic master. I am the MC, I'm the facilitator, I'm the timer. Everything is controlled by me, right? And then you definitely do better next time. And Diane, our mama bear, our madam Toastmaster of the evening. So Diane, I just highlight 2 points that she's really good at. One is milk the moment. You want to write it out? Milk the moment. Remember when Chen Chun couldn't turn on the mute button? She milked the moment. She stepped in, it's like, Chen Chun, I can read your lips. Right? That is the moment. That is when you have that mindset to embrace the changes rather than to avoid the changes. Changes will happen as an MC, as a facilitator. Milk that moment, make everybody enjoy that moment. And next is intuition. She has excellent, outstanding intuitions. Like she know when to step in to allow more guests to participate so that the guest doesn't feel so bad. And Christopher, very energetic toast. You use acronym WIL, invite. I think the only thing is if you can invite everybody to just turn on their mic and say cheers together. Because in virtual setting, we don't know what to do. And President, as usual, calm, compose, get everybody involved. And one thing on Hasno, if you realize that he realized who doesn't have role tonight, and he know who to pick to have to ask questions, to bring everybody back to today's topics. And that's next level of consciousness. Kudos, Hasno. And SAA, KJ Lee as SAA, I don't have to worry. He know what to do. Just a little bit of suggestion is, you are the start of the meeting. You are the tone of the meeting. You set the tone. So your tonality, warm, welcome all the guests. All the guests. All right. I think I over time. Thank you. And that's for my evaluation report for today. And I will pass the control back to Madam TME, Diane. Thank you. Which high five, which high five, which high five.
Thank you, Suwan. Everyone give him a round of applause, a virtual high five, whatever level you guys want to give it, just give it to him. Yeah. So tonight, before we do our awards presentation session, I would actually like to give airtime to a very special person who has been controlling this Zoom session intently, and you can see him concentrating and connecting with everyone, and that is none other than KJ. KJ would like to actually share a speech with us tonight for 2 to 3 minutes. Please take note, timer. And his speech is about a team event that he would like to host for the club. So please, with that, let us welcome KJ Lee, Elite Virtual Team Building, Elite Virtual Team Building, KJ Lee.
Thank you, Diane. Actually, I spoke to Hasno to give me airtime during the announcement period. I didn't know it's now, but it's okay. I can share it now. Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How long have we been for the previous team building? I think it was the one in Malacca, right? It was 2 years ago. And since we are all in virtual, we can't really meet up. What can we do? for team building, which is my pathway level 5. I've been thinking and been coming through different ideas, and today I would like to share this wonderful idea, and hopefully I'm able to get more attendance and more attendees, and also to build my team, to build this whole virtual team together. Allow me to share my screen. Let me know when you are able to see my screen, guys. Can you see screen? Yes. Thank you very much. All right, guys, look at this. This is the virtual team building plan that I'm going to plan to do. Okay. So first I rename myself KJ as the game master, and then you can choose your own avatar where you can choose your clothes as well. All right. And then yes, this is when we are not in Zoom, we are able to have this Zoom function through this website as well. All right, so I'll off it, join the gathering. Now guys, since we cannot meet each other, we will play a Pokemon style of how each and every one of us have an avatar where we can control one character, where we can still move together, we can have different activities, right? Use the arrow to control yourself. So as you get close to the people, to talk to them by pressing the X button. So you press the X button, you will have a different activities through different things, I would like to say. Right? Moving into different areas. So this is interact the object that glows by pressing the X button, right? So when I press the X button, through there, I'll be able to see, okay, welcome to this thing called Gather. All right, what you need to do, you need a laptop, all right, or a desktop with a mic and camera. Right, a web browser, preferably Chrome or Firefox, and then strongly recommend for use headphone to help for better experience. Right, no need to install, no need to download any software or what. Right. Okay. Yeah, it's jam. Don't know how to go back. Actually, when I'm not in Zoom, okay. All right, so in this whole space, like this is another thing that I can share is this private space. See, in this whole area, when I move into this small private space, only people in this area can hear one another. So people who stand at all these boxes place cannot hear people who speak inside here. So you're actually having different breakup rooms. All right. And with this, we will have to make our own room where I hope I can get a few more team members to build the room. They have different games. They have a lot of different things, such as having poker, having to how you are talk about food, talk about different things and all. So there is many activities, and it's up to how we all come out together to build this whole team to organize different events. Okay, thank you, Justin. Time's up, so I will conclude a few things. First is I set the date to 29th of July. Please mark your calendar. Why 29th of July? It's because it's the 5th Thursday. Okay, we have 2nd and 4th Thursday, so we utilize the 5th Thursday. Second, yes, do let me know if you want to join this team building team to make it more fun. To join my team, and we can organize games together, organize activities together. It will be a 2-hour session where we have fun together. All right, thank you very much. And over to you, Diane. Thank you.
Thank you, KJ. Round of applause. High five.
Hey, KJ,
Yeah.
my avatar can your avatar hold hand and go patrol?
Can I pick the girl, you pick the guy.
Okay.
Okay, I love this relationship that we're building. Clearly, we all have different ideas of what life partners are. Thank you for that, Juliana, for sharing with us. We have so much new concepts now. Thank you for that. Okay, and guys, without further ado, let's move on to the awards. So I'd just like to tell you tonight, besides the usual awards that we have, Icebreaker, Best Table Topic, Best Speaker, and Best Evaluation, we'll have 3 more awards just for tonight, just to get it a little bit more special for all of us tonight. So the first one for Icebreaker, as always, we like to acknowledge everyone who steps up for their Icebreaker. And Justin, could you please share with us the slide of Aruna, since she's not here, but we will record it for her. So everyone, please give a round of, Give her a round of applause, please, everyone, so that she can see this on video later. Woo! Well done, Aruna. Yeah. Okay, let's move on to the next award, which is Best Table Topic Speaker of the Night. Everyone, please unmute and make some noise. Woo!
Oh,
Thank you. And the best table topic speaker goes to Nazra. Woo! Thank you, Nazra, for sharing your story with us. A lovely table topic. Thank you. And next, we move on to the best speaker of the night. Can I get some noise, please? Woo! Oh, thank you. Ashu, the sailor who saved us in distress. Thank you, Ashu. Everyone give him a high five. If any of you need to purchase a flare gun, we know what to do when we purchase it. So thank you for that, Ashu. And next up, we move on to our best evaluator of the night. Can I get some noise, please? Anybody, just a little bit of noise. Someone unmute, just give me a bit of noise. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Jima. Thanks, Hasno. Our best evaluator of the night goes to Vance. Well done, Vance. A well-deserved award for her tonight. She has certainly grown so much. So proud of you, Vance. Wonderful. And next, one of the things that we had a chat today was maybe we should also just go around the room and celebrate our members' efforts. So this is called the Keep Growing Awards, just something for tonight. And one of it is tonight is Word of the Day champion goes to KJ. Woo! Thank you. Well done, KJ. Corroborate all that evidence and corroborate with drinks later for all of us. And next award we have is the No Fillers Award. And that goes to Christopher, myself, and Chen Chun. Woo! Well done, guys. And for the next award, closest to disqualification. So this is to do with time for all of you out there. The closest to disqualification tonight goes to Jingman. Well done. And Jingman was actually at 3 minutes at 30 seconds. For all of you guys out there, pretty much it's all fun and games now, but imagine when you're in a competition setting and that 1 second is all that matters to put you as a qualified or disqualified contestant. So thank you guys for tonight, for spending time with all of us at this 158 meeting with a lovely theme. It's the skill, not the will. And I told you I will come up with a poem for it because I couldn't help myself, and I do have a poem for you. So here it goes. It is the will, not the skill, that keeps us repeating this drill, giving us time to chill and spill while we are grilled, so that we never stay still and yet remain fulfilled. So thank you tonight for having me as your Toastmaster of the evening. And with that, I pass it on back to our president to deliver his closing address. Back to you, Hasno.
Thank you, Diane. Thank you for bringing us from the beginning until to the end of the session. I'm glad that you are handling our Toastmaster of the evening today. And thank you, KJ, for set up and organizing our Elite Toastmaster virtual team meeting, which will be scheduled on 25th June, right, KJ?
29
29
July.
June. Okay, 29 July. But don't worry, we're going to broadcast a message in our WhatsApp group, and I encourage all members join the Elite Toastmaster team building, which organized by KJ. And KJ, let us know if you need some logistic support. Yeah. And now, before our meeting started, I'm check with Jordana whether how's her preparations for today's session. I would like to ask Joanna, can you unmute yourself, Joanna, and share with us how you feel after you deliver your prepared speech?
I felt relieved that I got it off my off my list of something to do. So yeah, so I'm just relieved. It was nerve-wracking actually to be able to show it. I think I could have shared personal story, but I omitted it because I thought I'll run out of time. But I was just glad that I did it. So yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jarana. And to all members and guests, that show that her will and determination, and it's not because of her skill, this where the Elite Toastmaster is all about. Yeah, it's a place where everybody doing experiments and building their skills. Okay, and I hope this is not only limited to Jonah, is for every members, including to myself as well. And now, without further ado, I would like to call guests to share their feedbacks and their experience from beginning until to the end of our sessions. Can I have our first guest to share their feedback? Annie? Annie, you are muted.
Hello, thank you for the opportunity that I can try to improve my public speaking skills. Yeah, it is very important skills, and I see most of you are very have a skill set, and you also have. I hope that I also can gain the same skill sets like you have. Yeah, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Annie, for sharing your feedback. And as beginning of our session, and also relate back to our meeting theme today is about our will. Yeah, so this is a place for everyone to polish and honing their communication skills. And let's move on to our next guest, Nazra.
First of all, thank you for the Best Table Topic Speaker Award. I'm really honored. Also, coming from a different club, this was a really different experience. I like how everything is timed, and I like the vibe here. And I feel like everyone here is so friendly and welcoming and have the genuine need to help each other up and bring everyone up together, which I like. And I had a really enjoyable time. I hope to attend more meetings. And thank you for the opportunity.
Okay, thank you, Nazra. Thank you for sharing your feedback to us. And to Annie and Nazra, if you want to have more details about Elite Toastmaster Club and general about Toastmaster program, feel free to keep in touch and liaise with our Vice President of Membership, Suwan Boma. He will glad to share with you the Toastmaster program itself. Yeah. And before I close our meeting, I would like to give a big thank you to Jiman for preparing our meeting agenda for today. I know it's not an easy job despite her busy on her day-to-day work. Thank you, Jiman. And second, I would like to give a big thank you to Rachel for develop and prepare a lovely background which we use today. It's not only one, it's about 6 seconds, 6 virtual background. Thank you, Rachel. Thank you for all the effort that you put up. And to all ESCOs and members, thank you for joining our today's sessions. And to guests, Annie and Nazar, feel free to join us again in our next Elite Toastmaster meeting. Yeah, hopefully they will be given you an opportunity what Elite Toastmaster is all about. Okay, now I would like to call our meeting today, call off our meeting today, and hope to see you again in our next meeting in the future. That's all for me. Bye bye.